talk a lot about the safety features that cars offer, a lot of things that manufacturers do. But at the end of the day, when an accident occurs, the car has no role to play after the accident. A lot depends on the people around the accident site. A lot depends on the hospitals as well. And one of the problems is that a lot of hospitals are concerned. A lot of hospitals truly reject patients just because they're not able to pay money on time. Now, looking at this scheme, what's your first impression?
No, I think, honestly, what we have seen is that what is absolutely critical after an accident is what we call the golden hour. How fast a victim can reach a
Right.
hospital and be treated as quickly as possible. So I think actually it's, principally, I don't know how it will be executed, but I think it's a fantastic thing Mr. Gadkari has done. And, I know I've spoken to him on several times, and the amount of road deaths really pains him. So I think this is really a terrific initiative. Again, I said I don't know in terms of implementation and execution what will cost, but it's this whole golden hour. So if there is the a patient or the victim is attended to immediately, firstly is getting him to the hospital as quickly as possible, and then getting him admitted to the hospital as quick immediately without all the paperwork and bureaucracy and payment and things like that. This could mean the difference between life and death.
Absolutely. Now, Shailesh, we've discussed in the past as well a lot about road accidents and a lot of issues that crop up. A lot of lives that can be saved are lost because we do not really have the infrastructure. Now, Mr. Gadkari, of course, comes out and says that this is going to help the victim once the victim is admitted to the hospital. But a lot of people are going to turn around and say, what is the infrastructure in place to get this person to the hospital? Because we look at a lot of highways, we look at a lot of roads. The time it takes for an ambulance to come, the golden hour that Ormaz just spoke about, that is lost in this entire process. So, yes, the scheme is good, it has good intention, but do we have the infrastructure to support it?
Absolutely. I mean, what you're saying is right, and I really appreciate the way my previous debater said that the question is about implementation, execution, and whether we are at the place where these things can be implemented, right? But my point here it comes again is what are we doing in the pre part of it? What we are talking is post. Why can't we work on the system where these things doesn't happen? I mean, 1.5 lakh or maybe insurance claims, what you're saying would be given. But the point is, why are we not working on the things where we can stop these things happening on the road? That is my prime point, and that has to be the prime point from the a ministry point of view also. And second, yes, it might give some kind of encouragement to the hospital also, that yes, we would be paid the amount if we are treating an emergency
Shailesh,
patient,
once again,
right?
so sorry to interrupt you. I'll just ask my team to play out. We also have some graphics of the announcements that have been made by the Union Minister to enhance road safety. It's not just about what happens after an accident. There have been some new features and new things also that have been announced by the Union Minister. We'll play that out on the screens, and you can continue.
The driver, yeah. The driver part, I read about the driver part also, that if he's feeling dizzy, there'll be some machine which will be telling that person that stop the car, right? Because 30,000 accidents happens because of overexposure in terms of my energy when it comes to road driving. So because unskilled drivers are there, I read and heard everything, but still my point comes back to the point that why can't we actually work on the ground rather than just, because my inhibition here is that MSMEs and SMEs are also some big boon to the entrepreneurs, to the startup people, but practically these things are not implemented the way it is projected. So it should not be in a way that next MSME is happening. Absolutely. Like in the road cases, road accident scenario. This is what my point is. Yeah.